How's it going? It's all the news all the time, and today I thought we'd look at something slightly different. This is two people who are in the running to be leaders of the UK. We're down to a two-horse race, and we have Rishi Sunak and Liz Truss. There was a larger field, but they've been voted out in the process. We're down to the last two. So we're going to look at Liz Truss first and look at her politics, her history, and basically try and work out who she is. And tomorrow we'll look at Rishi Sunak, and then you can make a decision who you think is the best person to lead the UK, to make deals, to represent the UK on the world stage, to put forward the UK's interests and ideas on a global stage. So let's have a look. We have Liz Truss. That's what she looks like. She was a Remainer, so she voted Remain in the 2016 Brexit referendum. However, she's come round to embrace leaving the European Union. I would say on that yes, a lot of people had strong feelings about Brexit and Remain, but now we're in a position where it's actually happened. I think everyone has to move on, either side of whichever you voted. I think we have to take it that this has happened, and we have to move on, and we have to make the best of it. And I think that's what Liz has done. She was Remain, but now she's embraced this and she's moving on, and we have to make the best of where we are rather than where we want to be. So Nick Robinson, who's quite a famous programme presenter, he played a clip of her saying what she said in 2016, saying it's in all of our interests to communicate the real impact Brexit would have. But he's asking, why did you get it so wrong? When she's saying, well, when people voted for Brexit in 2016, I embraced the choice that people of Britain have made. I was wrong, and I'm prepared to admit I was wrong, and we have to move forward. So I like that in a politician. They are capable of introspection and changing their minds. They're not dogmatic. Some might say that's very flip-floppy. But I think you do need to be quite open with their very new concepts, especially when things change. So she was Remain, now she's Brexit. What has she done before? She was, there's a picture of her over here. She assumed office of the Secretary of State for Foreign and Commonwealth in September of 2021. Before that, she was Minister for Women and Equalities. Before that, she was Secretary of State for International Trade, President of the Board of Trade, and she made a lot of deals, or rolled over a lot of deals with different countries, and that was post-Brexit. She was Chief Secretary to the Treasury, that was back in 2017 to 19, and she's been Secretary of State for Justice. She was the Lord High Chancellor of Great Britain. This is one of the great seats of power. She was Secretary of State for Environment, Food and Rural Affairs, and she was Parliamentary Under Secretary of State for Childcare and Education. She's currently a Member of Parliament for South West Norfolk. South West Norfolk is a small area in England. This is England. Scotland's up here, and this is Norfolk. And so she's this little corner bit of Norfolk. That's her constituency. This is her website. The official Conservative website of Liz Truss. Someone needs to tell the website designer white lettering on a white background is never great. But she is the MP for South West Norfolk and Secretary of State for Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Affairs. So that's who she says. Liz Truss, Member of Parliament for South West Norfolk and Secretary of State for Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Affairs. I've also been appointed Minister for Women and Equalities, living in Downham Market and London. I'm committed to working for my constituents and being a strong voice at Westminster for South West Norfolk. So this could be the future leader of the UK. She seems very nice, in my personal opinion. Let's have a little look at her. If we look at her past, what she's put on Wikipedia, it seems she's been a Member of Parliament since 2010, so that's 12 years. She's had a lot of posts, as we just mentioned, a lot of positions. She went to Oxford University. She was president of the Oxford University Liberal Democrats, so she's had an interest in politics for quite a long time. She has early life. If we look at her parents, quite interesting. She has two parents. Rather unusually, she has two parents. But her father was a professor of pure mathematics at University of Leeds, and her mother was a nurse teacher. And if one person's a professor of maths and the other one's a teacher, they're going to be quite left-wing in the UK. So Truss has described both of her parents as being to left of Labour. Wow, Labour is a left-wing party already, so to be left of the left is to be very far left. So that's quite interesting. And when she stood for election as a Conservative, her father didn't even help her. So yeah, they're quite extreme left, which is quite an interesting concept that she's a Conservative MP. So yeah, quite interesting. In terms of Brexit deals, she was in charge of rolling over a lot of deals. This is with the UK-Japan deal signed in October. There were a lot of trade deals that got rolled over. These were EU or European Union trade agreements that the UK rolled over after Brexit. So various countries, the value of the trade deal in millions, so 55 million, 2 billion, 17 billion, and so on and so forth. She was in charge of the negotiations in rolling over these deals and establishing other new trade deals when she was working for the Department of International Trade. The US-UK trade deal is still not happening. There is some issues about Joe Biden and his hostility to the Northern Ireland Protocol, which I'm not really sure about. Could go into that later. Looking at the Southwest Argus, a fantastic newspaper which I read on a daily basis. No, I've never read it before. Is Liz Truss a Brexiteer? Well, she wasn't, and now she is. So let's have a look at this video, which has been produced by Liz Truss. And
the United Kingdom is a great country, and I know that a united Conservative Party can unleash the potential of all the people who make our country so great. To win the next election, we need to deliver, deliver, and deliver for the British people. I know that our country's best days lie ahead. I'm the candidate with a clear vision for the future who can drive change and get things done. As Prime Minister, I will lead a government committed to core Conservative principles: low taxes, a firm grip on spending, driving growth in the economy, and giving people the opportunity to achieve anything they want to achieve, regardless of their background. We need a Prime Minister with experience, who can hit the ground running from day one, whether that's ensuring Putin loses in Ukraine or getting the economy going. I will work day and night to lead a party and a government that puts more money in your pocket and secures a better life for you and your family. I've consistently delivered when I have said I would. As Trade Secretary, I negotiated deals with allies like Australia and Japan, and as Prime Minister, I will continue to deliver on the opportunities of Brexit. I've stood up for women's rights and rigour in education. I'm tackling the impasse in Northern Ireland through the protocol bill that will fix the problems and restore the primacy of the Belfast Good Friday Agreement. We face major challenges as a country, from the economy to security to the environment. And I love our country. I want the best for us all, and I'm the person to deliver that.
so that's her advertising pitch, I would say, for leadership. And this is the rest of her Twitter feed. MP for South West Norfolk, Foreign Secretary, Minister for Women and Equality. She seems rational, she seems competent, she seems experienced. She's channeling the ghost of Margaret Thatcher. She's got a professional team behind her, I would say, because you don't make a video like that one on your own. She seems organised. She's a Conservative but comes from a Liberal Democrat background. Her parents are left-wing Labour supporters. She's, I would say, in terms of background, middle class, with parents who are teachers. She's a candidate with a true Conservative economic plan. She mentioned Putin. I think that people were asking, is she strong enough to confront Putin? She spoke about the economy, the cost of living. She's trying to put forward a sort of determined viewpoint. Liz for leader. She has some support from various other MPs. So, what do you think? To me, she seems like a rational, reasonable candidate for the role. And I'd like to know what you think. And let me know in the comments. Leave a like and a subscribe. And I will see you guys later.